I want to ask you something, and I need you to be honest. Not with me. I don't matter here. But with yourself. Do you actually respect yourself? I'm not asking if you like yourself. That's a different question, different conversation. I'm asking something colder, harder. Do you respect yourself the way you'd respect a person who keeps their word? Because respect isn't a feeling. Respect is a track record. And if you look at your track record with yourself, honestly look at it, what does it say? Here's the test. Think about the last 10 promises you made to yourself. Not to your boss, not to your friends, not to your family. To yourself, I'll wake up early, I'll stop scrolling, I'll go to the gym, I'll start Monday. How many did you keep? Because I did this exercise and the number was embarrassing, like actually embarrassing. And the fucked up part is, if a friend broke promises to me at that rate, I would have cut them off years ago. I wouldn't trust a word they said. I'd hear them say, I'll be there, and I'd just internally roll my eyes because I'd know. They're not coming. They never come. But that's exactly what I was doing to myself, every single day. And I never connected it to respect until recently. Let me try to explain what I mean, because I don't think I'm saying this right. You know how trust works with other people? Someone tells you they'll do something, they do it, and slowly you start believing them. Their word gains weight. That's all trust is. Evidence stacked up over time. And respect follows trust. You respect people whose word means something. Now flip it. You are watching yourself all the time. You are the only witness who sees everything. Every promise you make, every promise you break, there's no hiding it from yourself. So when you say, tomorrow I start, and tomorrow comes and you don't start, you just showed yourself, again, that your word means nothing. And you did it in front of the one person who never stops watching. That's not a small thing. That's you, teaching yourself every day that you cannot be trusted. And then we wonder why we don't feel confident, why we hesitate, why we don't believe in our own plans anymore. It's not a mystery, it's math. You've got years of evidence that you don't follow through. Your brain isn't broken, your brain is just paying attention. There was this moment, and it's kind of embarrassing, but whatever. I caught myself negotiating. I had said, very clearly, the night before, tomorrow I train at 7. Non-negotiable. I even said that word, non-negotiable. And at 6:50 the next morning I was lying in bed, and I watched, in real time, my own brain start the negotiation. Maybe 8 is better. Actually, rest is important too. You trained Tuesday, technically, and I folded. In like 40 seconds. The non-negotiable thing lasted 40 seconds against my own excuses. And lying there, I had this thought that kind of ruined me. If someone else talked to me the way I talk myself out of things, I'd call them manipulative. If someone else made me commitments and dissolved them the second they became inconvenient, I'd say that person has no character. So what does that make me? What do I actually think of a person who folds every time, forever, and keeps announcing new plans like, this time is different? I didn't respect that person. That's the honest answer. I didn't. And no amount of self-love talk was going to fix that, because you can't affirmation your way into respecting someone with no receipts. Respect isn't given, not even to yourself. It's earned, and I hadn't earned mine. And here's where it gets worse, because this doesn't stay contained. How you treat yourself becomes the template for how you let everyone else treat you. I started noticing it everywhere. People would cancel on me last minute, and I'd say, no worries? When it absolutely was worries. People would talk over me, and I'd just let it go. People would take. And I'd keep giving because saying no felt impossible. And I used to think that was me being easygoing, being nice. But it wasn't niceness. It was this. Deep down, I didn't think my time was worth protecting because I watched how I spent it. I didn't think my word deserved weight with others because it had no weight with me. You can't demand a level of respect from other people that you don't even give yourself. They can smell it. Everyone can smell it. The way you carry yourself is just your private track record, leaking out. And compliments about being disciplined or having potential bounced off me completely, because potential is exactly what people say when there are no results. And I knew what was behind the curtain. I knew about the 40-second negotiations. You can fool other people about who you are. You cannot fool the witness. There's this lie that people tell, that confidence is a mindset. Just believe in yourself. Fake it till you make it. And it works, kind of, for a while. You can hype yourself into a good week. But hype is a loan, and loans come due. Real confidence isn't a mood, it's a conclusion. It's what your brain calculates after watching you keep your word 100 times. You don't build it in the mirror. You build it at 7 in the morning when nobody's watching, and you show up anyway. Every kept promise is a deposit. Every broken one is a withdrawal. And most of us are just overdrawn, massively overdrawn, and trying to feel rich. So what do you do about this? I don't have a clean answer. I'm still in it. But I can tell you what actually moved the needle for me, because some of it surprised me. First thing was making the promises smaller, way smaller, insultingly small. Because I realized every giant promise I made was just another future withdrawal. I didn't need impressive commitments. I needed kept ones. So instead of, I'll train 2 hours every day, it became, I will do this one thing today and it will get done. Small enough that failing would be a choice, not an accident. And then keeping it. That's it. Boring. But every single day I kept it. Something in the background shifted a little. Like the witness was taking notes again, but this time the notes were different. Second thing, and this one I resisted for a long time, was admitting that my willpower was a proven liar. I had years of data. Willpower loses the negotiation. Every time the excuse shows up at 6:50 a.m., willpower folds. So I stopped trying to win that negotiation and started trying to delete it. Remove the conversation entirely. Make the promise something I physically couldn't weasel out of quietly. And this is where I have to tell you about something, because it genuinely changed how this works for me. The biggest venue for my broken promises was my phone. That's where the negotiations happened. That's where just 5 minutes became 2 hours. My phone was basically a machine built by trillion-dollar companies to help me disrespect myself. And I found this app called Slayer that flips that completely. It turns your phone from the thing that breaks you into the thing that holds you to your word. Here's how it works, and this is the part that got me. You set your goal, and the goal becomes a boss, like an actual boss fight with a health bar. Every habit you complete that day deals damage to it, and it blocks the apps you flagged as your problem, the ones where your time goes to die, and when you try to open them, the lock screen shows you exactly which habits you still haven't done today. So the exact moment you're about to break a promise to yourself, your phone shows you the promise. In your face, you can't pretend you forgot. But the thing that actually rewired something in me is this. If you miss days, the boss regenerates. It gains health back. And the first time that happened to me, I was genuinely annoyed, and then I sat with it and I realized that's just reality. That's exactly how real life works. You don't lose your progress all at once. You lose it by skipping days while the thing you're fighting quietly recovers. Consistency isn't a nice to have. It's the entire game. And seeing that on a health bar, seeing weeks of damage, and knowing that quitting for a few days literally undoes it, gave me a macro view of my goals I never had. Because the stuff that matters doesn't happen in a day or a week. It's a long fight. And for the first time, my phone was on my side of it. I'm not saying an app fixes self-respect. It doesn't. You still have to do the reps. But it removed the negotiation, and the negotiation was where I lost every time. It's the difference between promising yourself in the dark, where breaking it is free, and promising yourself in a system that keeps score. The witness finally had a scoreboard. Third thing was learning to say no to other people, which sounds unrelated but isn't. Because every yes I gave from fear was another way of telling myself my time, my plans, my word to myself came last. The first few times I protected a commitment to myself over someone else's convenience, it felt selfish, wrong. But it also felt like something clicking into place, like, oh, this is what it looks like when your own word ranks somewhere above 0. Fourth thing was forgiving the old record without deleting it. Because there's a trap on the other side, too, where you hate yourself for every broken promise, and the shame gets so heavy you stop making promises at all. That's not self-respect either. That's just a different way of quitting. The track record is the track record. I can't edit the past. But respect isn't built on a perfect history. It's built on a current streak. And the question is never, have you always kept your word? Nobody has. The question is, are you keeping it now? Today? That's the only day the witness is actually watching. I want to be clear, I haven't figured this out. I still fold sometimes. Still catch myself mid-negotiation, being talked out of my own life by my own voice. Still say yes when I mean no. This doesn't flip overnight. Maybe it never fully does. Maybe it's just something you defend, every day, one kept promise at a time. But something has shifted. When I say I'm going to do something now, there's a small, quiet part of me that actually believes it. And you have no idea what that's worth until you've lived without it. Walking around with a word that means something, even just to yourself, changes how you stand, how you talk, how you let people treat you. Not because you convinced yourself of anything, because you have receipts now. So here's where I leave you. Stop asking yourself if you feel confident. Wrong question. Ask yourself if you'd respect a person with your track record. And if the answer is no, don't spiral about it. It just means the account is overdrawn and deposits are made one day at a time. Make one promise today. 1. Small enough that you can't fail it by accident, and keep it. Then do it again tomorrow. Build the case, piece by piece, that your word is worth something, because nobody can hand you self-respect. Not me, not a video, not a book. You earn it from the only judge that matters, and that judge has seen everything, and that judge is still willing to change their verdict. I'm still earning mine. Still failing some days, but the record is changing. Yours can too, starting today.